Dear learners, we welcome you to this MOOC on oral history. When Samuel Johnson in the 18th century had commented that all history was at first oral, it referred to the oral traditions. Long before the practice acquired a name and a standard procedures, ancient historians relied upon eyewitness accounts to gain insights of historical events. The Greek historian Thucydides' account of the Peloponnesian War is considered to be the earliest record. Oral history must be seen as the earliest form of historical inquiry. The emergence of written sources and its clear domination of the methodological practices led to a sharp decline of oral history. Although oral sources frequently informed historical narratives, they were downplayed both in terms of methodological credibility and interpretive authority. Despite the criticisms around its usefulness and effectiveness, oral history has become firmly accepted as a legitimate historical practice in current scholarships. The growing recognition of oral history as a valuable approach reflects a shift from viewing it merely as a tool for gathering facts to understanding it as a dynamic process that actively shapes historical interpretation. Oral history plays a very crucial role in recovering, preserving, and interpreting the lived experiences of individuals and communities often excluded from traditional historical narratives. Its relevance lies not only in its capacity to democratize, but also in its contribution to a richer, more nuanced understanding of the past. By emphasizing on memory, subjectivity, and personal testimony, oral history expands the boundaries of what constitutes legitimate historical evidence. This course offers an introduction to the practice, theory, and interpretation of oral history. Oral history is inherently dialogic, participatory, and interdisciplinary in nature, which influences work in a wide range of fields. This course intends to examine meaning, memory, documentation, narrative theory, identity, and public history in relation to oral history. It covers the essential basics for beginners and offers a refresher for those who with some oral history experience. The modules included in this course covers a broad range of themes. Few of them are theoretical approaches to oral history, memory and interpretation, interview methods, preservation and archiving of oral narratives, digital revolution and oral history, ethics and legality in oral history, and critique of oral history. The MOOC on oral history has been designed with the following objectives: to develop an understanding of oral history, theory, and practices, to recognize the difference between public history and oral history, to enable the learners to develop an understanding of the power and effectiveness of personal narratives. This MOOC is a 3-credit course of 12 weeks duration. The medium of instruction will be English. This course is offered as an interdisciplinary course under NEP 2020 at the undergraduate level. There will be 12 modules with 2 to 3 units under each modules, and a total of 30 units has been offered in this course. Each module comprises of e-contents, pre-recorded video lectures, presentations, suggestive readings, and multiple choice questions. Regular assignments will also be a part of the continuous assessment system. There will be internal and external assessment in which 30 marks will be allotted for internal assessment and 70 marks for the external proctored exams. A minimum of 40% is required as passing mark in both the internal as well as external exam for the successful completion of the course. As for who are eligible for this course, anyone who has passed their 10+2 or an equivalent examination is eligible for this course. This course is meant for students pursuing their undergraduate courses in history or any allied disciplines. Researchers, practitioners working on oral history projects can also benefit from this course. Anyone interested in familiarizing themselves with the concept of oral history and the practical aspect of it are equally eligible to apply for this course. After completing the course, you will be able to demonstrate a better understanding of the methodology of oral history by articulating how memory, representation, ethical norms, and the use of recorded interviews enhance the field of history. You will also be able to develop the skills to place oral history in a larger historical context. You will be able to demonstrate proficiency in implementing ethical and methodological standards. You will also be able to execute systematic and culturally sensitive interview protocols. At the same time, evaluate and select appropriate technological resources and equipment for oral history interviews. You will also be able to develop strategies for ethical data sharing and public engagement. I'm sure you'll benefit a lot from this course. Thank you.